say, we are still working on the Panga this week. I just want to kind of get it knocked out, you know? Tired of having so many open playlists. So I'm going to put the front of this thing together. And I've got no particular advice for how this should go, because it's the first one I've done. And I've already made multiple grievous errors. I'm talking about many errors. One thing about this polyurethane glue, it is some gooey, sticky stuff. And this is going to squeeze out everywhere, I know it. But it's all right. It looks like I need to put a clamp on the back as well. Need lots of clamps. Never enough clamps in this world. I don't want to break it. I'm scared I'm going to break it. Kind of stressful, you know? I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to reinforce all this up here. Yeah, that's pretty good. You got plenty of gashes to fill in with glue here. 132 degrees in the shade here in the shop. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is mount the shear clamp to the last frame here and get it glued up and laid up. Ow. Never let it be said that I was skimpy with the glue. Plenty of squeeze out. Pretty good. Sounds like something's trying to break on me, but I can't tell what it is. It better not break, you hoe. I don't know what that was. Something was cracking down here. It's times like this where you just got to throw caution in the wind, and if it breaks, we'll burn the whole thing and build another one. It could be steam bent, but Mr. Spira, God rest his soul, said that it shouldn't be necessary on any of his designs. And there was definitely no specific notes with this particular model. Maybe it's just because I'm a weenie and scared to make this stuff contort, you know? Oh, come on, don't break nothing. There we go. Right there, right there. All right, all right, all right. Nothing broke. Now you can see how those lines, they really swale up like that. We almost got a boat here, folks. So I've been working hard to come up with a solution for how I'm going to bend these to meet. There's no way that they're going to bend the amount that I need them to without breaking, especially the chine logs down here. It's just too extreme. I'm going to snap them right off. But I'm not going to steam bend these. I'm going to cut recesses in the back so that they'll bend easier that way. And I'm going to fill those recesses with thickened epoxy. Once they're filled, then we'll bend them into place, screw them off, clean up the excess, and then reinforce the backs with either some glass or some more lumber. I haven't decided how I'm going to do that yet. You ever start a step on your project and you say, ah, this is not a good idea? Yeah, that's a lot better. I'll tell you what, if this camera doesn't figure out its focusing issues, we're going to have to make some changes, because it's the camera's fault, right? Right? And when you're making these cuts like this, you want to space them out as evenly as you can. They don't have to be perfect, but it gives you a more even bend to the wood. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to notch the stem for these guys. The chine logs here, they got to move over about, oh man, that is really tough. I mean, they are just so stiff in that short stretch. Oh, yeah, that's a little too much. I'm pretty sure I have screwed this up. All right, we'll do plan B with that then. We don't have any choice. Damn it. Damn. Well, at least it solves a problem for me. Now I know exactly how it has to be done. I think that's all going to end up being cut off from this frame forward, and a single piece somehow is going to get put in there. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet. Damn. Something broke inside my jigsaw here. I'm not sure what it is, but looks like this might be the last time we see this one. Something rattling around. That's not what's supposed to happen to your jigsaw. All right, so these are the products I'm working with. The epoxy comes from the epoxy store. It's called Marine Guard 8000. I don't know very much about it. I know it's the right price, that's for damn sure, and it's made in America, so by God, that's good enough for me. And a System 3 Cabasil type fume silica. I've been using that forever. I'm gonna make 2 small batches so that I can take my time working on each side of the bow of this thing. Hey pal, listen, I was in the middle of editing this video and I came across a disturbing fact on the television. Apparently, people that don't subscribe to this channel eventually will end up in the hospital at some point in their lives. So since those chine logs were no good, we cut them off at the frame and we decided to forge a new set. And what we used was a 2x4, cutting a compound angle at the back so it would have plenty of bearing space for the glue where it meets the frame. And we tapered it off with the planer, kind of using a curve, making it kind of rounded with the planer. I think you'll like how it turned out. After you actually get the thing built, the amount of shaving, sanding, and planing you have to do over and over again, constantly rechecking the angles and making sure that the plywood's going to fit properly and flow smoothly, it's kind of ridiculous. You have a lot of filling to do, a lot of epoxy to put back into the boat, a lot of holes to fill in, a lot of little gaps you got to fill in, and honestly, it takes a whole lot of time to do this final part before the plywood. And here's where we are at. This boat's been planed out, faired out. Everything's ready to go for plywood. Everything's been sanded, and it's ready to take on epoxy. Remember this, if one night your dad went out to pick up a newspaper and he never came back, fat guy would never do that to you, pal. We'll see you next time.